There's definitely a you know, a group of kids out now that really want it, that are spending the time and really studying it. And there's so many incredible examples as people, you know, have made contributions. There's some, you know, some powerhouse people in the last 20 years, man. You know, from like a Danny Clinch to a Danny Lyons to, you know, this sort of like, you know, the people just before him, like Danny Clinch was just before me, and before that was Jim Marshall, and, you know, like music photographers specifically, you know. And I think it's the people who have dedicated that time to really intensely focusing on things. And I think there's a lot of people that are doing personal projects that are spending that time, you know. So they're out there, and there's some great examples. And, you know, I just think now the challenge is to gain, like, you know what I mean, a skill set and a knowledge base, you know what I mean, from these people that are really doing it. You know, it's like, it's a lot of people working, I guess, in the game now are doing less like apprenticeships. Like, hey, look, you know, when I started, back in the day when I was walking uphill both ways to work barefoot and what have you. No, it's like, you know, working with Avedon, I'll bring that example and then kind of bring it back now. It's like, you know, if he called me at 6:45 in the morning on a Sunday morning, you know, and I'm a 23-year-old kid, like, we got it in, you know, we were out and we were partying and running around and whatever, but, you know, it's like, if he called me at 6:45 and said, come set my table and carry this water up the stairs, like, okay, I'll be right over. And I'm sprinting across Central Park from 72nd and Riverside, you know, where three of us, you know, it was like total bachelor pad. Like, all of us went to the same school, you know, in a 2-bedroom and a living room that was converted into, you know, like, yo, we were hustling, you know. But it's like, you know, that dedication, you know, he felt, and you became invaluable to that process, and he felt that he could count on you. You know what I mean? And it's that dedication. Like, I was always the first one into the studio, 7:30 with bagels and muffins and whatever anybody put in a request for the night before, because they knew they were going to come in and be hungover from whatever event they had to go to and needed some bread to absorb it. Like, you know, I'm taking orders, you know?
Right.
I was the last one there emptying the trash. I made $289 a week. You know?
Yeah.
And it was, you know, sometimes Saturday, it was, you know, Friday night at 8 o'clock when you're like, okay, finally, I'm almost done with this work week. It was like, go drive Avedon to Montauk, stay with them overnight, and then drive back tomorrow. All right, cool, happily, let's do it.
That's it.
You know, now it's like 6:01, let me punch the clock. Yeah, I got some shit, I gotta go down to, you know, A-Life and buy a can opener. Like, no, you don't. Like, yeah, the new Bapes are out, I gotta. Like, okay, I mean, look, that's part of it too, and, you know, and that's, you know, it's not to dog anybody, like, everybody's got their own life to lead, you know what I mean, but at the same time, like, don't come looking for a handout. Like, this has to be earned, and, you know, constantly talk to people about paying dues, you know what I mean? And it goes back to the microwave meal, you know what I mean? It's like, I'm not just gonna give you my shit so you can go pop it in for 30 seconds and then expect you to just eat it and get all the, you know, the rewards and accolades and all that stuff. Like, you know, this is you know, 93 to 2009, this is like, it's been a grind. Like, this is serious, and it doesn't stop. Like, you know, I'm working harder now than ever, because it's like, okay, got the company name, and now I'm responsible for people that I really value, that are around me, you know what I mean, that have dedicated what, you know, so much of their time and their efforts to the advancement of what ultimately is, you know, it becomes bigger than you and a one-person movement. The elevation of Jonathan Mannion is like, Jonathan Mannion is now as many people as, you know what I mean, are involved in the process of creating this. I can't do this by myself, and I'm so hyper aware of that, you know.